Nice strike.
Yeah, it's got to.
Brilliant.
It's not.
Who said golf was hard?
That's a big statement. But
You just have to come to Doncaster.
mate, that's unreal. That.
That's as different as chalk and cheese, mate.
Mate.
That's a 171-yard carry.
Call you.
Up to last couple of, say 5 weeks ago,
Yeah.
I was thinking, well, I don't need a golf lesson.
Right.
And then all of a sudden, it just, over a period of about 3 or 4 rounds, my iron play just dropped off.
Okay.
And then I played in a comp last Monday at Hillside, and I've never my iron shots were absolutely terrible. I think I only hit 2 greens in regulation. I think I got this habit of sometimes just taking my arms back and not doing anything here.
Okay.
And you know about getting your foot down and, you know.
Yeah.
So I was like sort of coming here, but there was, it was dead weird, it was. But anyway,
Well, look.
we'll have a look. Dead right, yeah.
What's going on?
Yeah.
What are you playing off?
Playing off 9.
Right.
So, but I'm heading towards 10, so I'm not getting any younger.
Yeah.
And I want to try and keep to single figures
Yeah.
as long as I can.
Yeah, of course.
Now,
And not
obviously,
just keep to get single figures, you want to get lower if you can.
well,
I mean,
yeah,
that's the thing,
yeah.
Isn't it? It's,
The way you teach, it's completely different. I mean, I have had lessons in the past, and you know, right, you need your arms here, you need a cup wrist, and transfer your weight, and there's a million things going through your head. Where when it's on with your method, it's like effortless, and the actual outcome of the shot is unbelievable. It's, you think,
That's awesome.
it's frightening. It's absolutely frightening, Marcus. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Cheers, Ryan. Thanks, mate.
Cheers, man.
Thanks, Paul. Yeah, that's brilliant. And it's good that just from watching the videos as well,
Yeah.
it helps.
Yeah.
Obviously, when you get to experience it for yourself,
Yeah.
it's more bespoke. Nice strike.
Yeah, it's got to.
That's a bit better.
Yeah, that's a nice one, isn't it? So do you see that as straight? What do you see?
Yeah,
as it there?
straight. Yeah, the one previous to that was just a slight draw.
It's a lovely flight, that. It's not straight then.
It's straight to me.
So what's interesting is what you're seeing and what I'm seeing. I'm not saying that I'm seeing it the right way
Yeah.
or not, but are we picking up on the right detail there? So the shot that you hit straight, I wasn't being funny. What I was doing was I was being more explicit
Yeah.
in the interpretation of it, because what that is a draw. So
Right.
what you're seeing as a straight shot,
Yeah.
you're interpreting as what you're seeing as a straight is actually a draw.
Draw, right.
You're interpreting that as straight.
Yeah.
So if you're seeing something that is you're deeming to be straight,
Yeah.
probably because, look, for all intents and purposes, it's a straight shot
Yeah.
because it's hardly moved,
But
but
the
it has,
actual-
it has drawn.
Right.
So we need to be attuned to that.
Yeah.
Even if it's a little bit,
Yeah.
because we need to be able to regulate the amount.
Yeah.
Because that last shot you hit was like a slight push cut,
Yeah.
and the one before was a nice straight shot with a bit of draw.
Mm.
But if you're deeming those to be very similar
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
straight,
Yeah.
what you've got now is you've got two very different face to paths,
Yeah.
two different shots, and you're classing them as the same. I would suggest try and delve further into this visualization and remove ourselves further and further away from any notion of straight lines,
Yeah.
because there aren't straight lines.
Mm.
A smaller draw, if you
Yeah.
like. The ball is still curving as it leaves the face.
Yeah.
It's just not curving as much until it starts to slow down. So what we've got to do is we've got to focus on the variable in your golf swing that relates to that curve.
Yeah.
So what part of, not the swing, I'm not talking technically,
No.
but what influences the spin on the ball?
Come first. The path.
Yeah, which one the most, would you say?
Path.
Exactly. Exactly. So the face influences where the ball starts,
Yeah.
and the path, that influences the spin. So what we're actually doing when we're looking at a draw shot is we're starting to associate the path, the feel of the path, with the magnitude of that curve that we're seeing.
Yeah.
So you're going to need a bigger path, a bigger draw path for a bigger shape. And then, Graham, what's going to happen is you're going to start to move your body to facilitate that path.
Yeah.
So we're actually aligning ourselves around this path, this movement that's going to create the path. Not so much where the ball starts, because that's club face.
Yeah.
All this stuff is just a byproduct of your intention. This is because we're nowhere near the same place at impact as we are at address. So yes, it has some influence where the club face kind of starts, but this is going to go through such a major change in your movement. It's got a long way to travel. It's pointing all over the place in space as you're swinging. But what's going to happen is as you swing down, you're going to start, as it speeds up now, you're going to start reacting to your intention. And now this is like picking up the ball, and it's now you start to react. Okay? You don't have to worry about this, providing you've got a clear intention in your mind of where you're going, because this thing's reacting to your mind.
Yeah.
This thing's reacting to your intention. Okay? It's not reacting to how it's set up and where it is here and where it is here. I'm not saying that doesn't have an influence, but when you're speeding this thing up, it ain't reacting to those positions.
Yeah.
It's reacting to what you want to do. It's reacting to something in the future, not something that's happened before it. Does that make sense? So we want our mind to be in the future. Where is this ball going? Not in the past, because by the time I've thought about the position, it's gone. So I've thought about getting it here, but as soon as I've gone there, I've done it. What's this reacting to now? I've done my position. Where's it going to go? Am I just hoping now that that position's going to make it all work out? But because this thing works from the shot back, not from set up to the target. So this offers here, all this space is very little information. This is it's useless really. This is rich.
Yeah.
This is everything. That is all the information we want. And if I spend most of my time looking down here, I'm doing myself a huge disservice, because that's where all the information is.
It makes sense that, because from like changing my focus where I want the ball to go, as opposed to hands, arms here, top of the backswing, move. Not even thought about that. I know it's a couple of bad shots.
So that's all going to change as well. But you're going to start to feel, before you even play the draw shot, you're going to be able to feel exactly about how much draw you want to play. It's just the same as every other sport. I'm going to curl it a lot, I'm going to curl it just a little bit. What you were seeing before, it was a misrepresentation. You were seeing the ball fly and misinterpreting it. So what you were seeing and representing as straight wasn't really straight. So what do you attune yourself to if you're looking at something and it's not really what is happening? We're lost really then. We're kind of, I'm aiming straight and that's it. I'm going to play straight. The good thing is you strike it really well. I mean, a couple of those are really strikes, those draws. The mechanics, if you like, are there. It's how you're approaching it and letting these mechanics adapt and fuse together in response to the shot. And then what pattern do you start to recognise? And what do you notice what's going on? And then we can tweak a few dials and tune it up. Let's hit a few more shots, and I want you to see what it feels like not looking down. So you're allowed to look once before, so you can look down and get yourself behind the ball roughly. Then I want you to take your grip, take your setup without looking down. And then once you feel comfortable, now you can look down. If you need to make a little adjustment just to get to the ball, you can, but you don't make any big wholesale changes. Wherever your body put that club face, as in alignment wise, that's where you go.
So in effect, your feel is your guidance.
Yes.
Is that right?
You don't look at this to aim it.
You're not looking right.
You don't do this, and you don't look back and go, I'm not going to pull that one right. You just pick the ball up, and you just go with it. Okay, the hammer, you don't line the hammer up.
No.
You just go. That's it, one look and then you go.
All my time previously was spent looking at the ball. I knew where the ball wants to go originally. And then my time was right. Got my feet, shoulders here. And where now, obviously I know where the ball wants to because obviously that's my target.
Yeah.
But I'm not forcing at all on the focusing on the target. All I'm focusing is a spot left or right of the target where I want the ball to.
Yeah. The more time you spend looking that way as
Yeah.
you're walking in and moving,
Yeah.
the body is responding to this field of view.
Yeah.
And as you're moving in, Graham, you're going to then start to then adopt your posture and your grip. And you'll have a little glance just to make sure you're not
Yeah.
miles away from the ball, but you're just moving into posture and grip. And even your grip as you're looking at that golf shot is adjusting for this shot. Everything's adjusting because every golf shot is a unique event. It's a new golf shot. And all golf shots are different. You never get the same shot twice. So what I'd like to do is start further back now, Graham, and start back here. Maybe explore a bit more of the driving range with the shapes.
Yeah.
So you could even hit it out into that expanse over there, over there, and just play a bit more.
I mean, previously, I said I've been focusing on the target, and then you've got down, you've took your shot, and it's hit the tree, and thought, I never saw the tree. As daft as it sounds, you think, well, hang on, it's there in front of you.
Yeah.
But when I think back, I think, well, I never saw it.
You were so tunnel vision.
Yeah.
The blinkers were on.
Yeah.
And we need to look more globally, peripherally, because you pick up on the trees and the wind
Yeah.
and other things. And playing into a wide open space can actually be more challenging because there's less stimulus.
Yeah.
So you've actually now got to be more creative with your shot. So you've
Yeah.
got to think, so you can think, well, I want to play it there, but I'm going to shape it into that spot. So you don't have to have a really engaging golf hole to be creative.
Yeah.
It's how you're imagining the shot. We want to tap into your primitive reflexes where you're responding. And for me to go that way, I need to push this way. But if this is getting dragged, I can't use that force. So I've got to create this force now from somewhere else. Because I can't use this anymore. It's gone. And I'm here. I want it this golf ball. And this is getting pulled by so I've got some extension, but I've got no propulsion to create this pelvic couple. And that creates this sequence. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So, the first thing we do is we've got to feel what it's like to use the balls of the feet here to rotate the hips and shift the weight. And the bang, that's the vertical bang, bang. Just want you to practice that for me. Narrow the stance or whatever you want to do to make it comfortable. Let's just get the stance with comfortable. So you'll have been used to going that way with your pressure, and you see these dashed lines. I want you to imagine you pushing in the direction of those dashed lines with your foot. Yeah. And you can let your heel come off the floor. Let your right heel come up as you bang it. That's it. There you go. It's weird, isn't it? You want to take that? Just have a few half swings for me. Fantastic. Okay, right, now we'll stop there. We switch it round now. Now you're going to feel how the foot pushes and uses this. So you use this for the movement it's offering you, not as something that's external that you're trying to stay still on. So it's not like we're stood on ice and we're just trying to stay still. It's like, we want to use this. Good, and let your hips rotate with it. So let your ankles move with it. That's it. Look at this screen now as you do the exercise, what we've just done. Look at that right foot now. And look, it's rotating. Yeah. So as the pressure moves up the right foot off the toe, see the white line rotates to the left? Make sense? Yeah. This pushing gives you the rotation. Because that's going to move.
Yeah.
And then when you look at the board, I'm getting what you were getting.
Yeah.
Not this.
Yeah.
You don't see many top players on TV.
No.
losing the balance, because they've got control of it, but they've not got control of it by staying still, they've got control of it by moving. You've got the forces moving in the direction you want. Exactly. Yeah. Grab your golf club for me, and just have a few swings now on there without a ball, just half swings. Feel the draw swing. Yeah, more draw swing. Brilliant. Feel different?
Yeah.
So you can start to see your body unload and extend and lift.
There's more zip to it.
Yeah.
Where before it was, how could I say, he was trying to make it zip. Where now, just by altering your feet, you know, going from
Yes.
that.
Creates this snap.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're now starting to kind of appreciate what your interaction with the ground is offering you
Yeah.
for force, because now as you start to create this, you unload, and now you've got this essentially through the body to deliver to the club. So instead of me trying to do it,
Yeah. Yeah.
the body can basically provide these forces. Once the forces are become more efficient and more optimised through the body, just as a natural byproduct, you don't have to do the work with your arms. It's if these aren't doing the work, this has to. And then we start to feel tension, and then we start thinking I've got to release my grip or something like this, or something arbitrary like that, which is really more just as it's just more of a papering over the cracks. But actually, there's a reason why the body's using tension here, because it needs it. More power now. Bosh. More power. And now up, more power. High. Bosh. That's it. Just look at the screen. Notice where that follow through took you to.
Somewhere I've never been before.
Yes. That follow through is the place that your body recognises that pattern takes it to. Yeah. Oh. Look at that.
It's completely different.
Play
Sounds
just
different. It's
get in there, play it. Actions will speak. Actions will speak. And then you can tell me all about it after. Because while you're in this place, it looks awesome.
oh my
Yes.
I almost
god.
swore
my
then.
God.
Was Skytrack on then?
No.
Flight scopes.
Dramatic. He's going to do it all day now.
That was amazing.
Yeah, that was. But I can tell what by the sound of the club, I'm doing something different.
Yeah.
Because before it just wasn't there.
When you see the video, you'll see it just looks completely different.
It's a look at this now.
And
You-
the clubs,
It's just
where it was like round here, you know, my finish was maybe here.
Yeah.
It's
yeah.
completely.
Different place, isn't it?
But we've not practiced going it there.
No.
That's just amazing. That's,
Yeah.
you know,
It's mate, that's unreal.
That's as different as chalk and cheese, mate.
Mate.
That's a 171-yard carry.
Call you Graham, Gary, whatever you want, hitting it like that, mate. That's awesome.
the whoosh, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
That's it. And that's the effortless power.
Yeah. Don't really want to do this, but what I was doing before was here, and then
Yeah.
well now it's that.
Yeah. And this is exactly how it turns out. You start verbalising your golf swing to me.
Yeah.
You start telling me about your cues and how you need to move. So it's not about the coach telling the player how to
No.
move. It's about the player creating an environment where suddenly the player starts telling you how he wants to move. And what we're going to do then, you're going to start to associate that with all these different shots and go,
Yeah.
I feel this a bit more with my draw, I feel this a bit more
Yeah.
with my fade. And now you're developing a very, very, very powerful map that you recognise.
Yeah.
These are powerful memories that you're going to recall.
It's just like, you know, just looking out there now.
Awesome. Look at that. And how much time did you spend looking out there? You hardly spent any time looking at the ball.
No, that's it. You're looking out there from what you were saying previously. Have a look behind and like it's where it was like tunnel vision before. Oh yes. That's awesome now. That's absolutely
That's
awesome.
big.
That's massive.
Not picked it up.
No, you don't need to. You don't need the sky track for that.
The mound's 170 to the back of the mound, and you pitched it past that. So it's, I mean, the flight's different, isn't it?
Like I said, not bothered about distance.
No.
I mean, obviously, that's a Brucey bonus.
Yeah.
It's the quality of the strike.
Look at that.
Sounds completely different.
It does.
It's the sound for me that's the most annoying there.
And just the practice.
And we've not even attempted to improve strike. That's the thing. It's not like we're focused on strike. Strike's a byproduct.
Yeah. I suppose with all the other ingredients, a bit like building a house. The foundations are right.
Yeah.
The feet.
Yes.
Everything else
Yeah.
should follow. But if it's not right, if the foundations aren't right, your house is going to fall down.
Yeah.
In effect, you know.
Yeah.
Been absolutely awesome.
Brilliant. Thanks, mate. Thank you. More like it. Because you already, this is why I said it was so exciting, because you already possessed all the real vital ingredients, you just never knew it.
Yeah.
And the stuff that you were throwing into the mix consciously was actually inhibiting it more and more and more. And this is what you had in the system.
The biggest thing for me today, obviously the strike and everything's improved, is what was at the beginning, the vision.
Yeah.
The tunnel vision's gone. That to me was an absolute eye opener. I'm just looking over there now.
That does what you want.
Yeah.
Put out a piece of string.
It's as though, yeah.
It's like Darren
I
Brown.
You know, everything's there, but it's just, I don't know, it's just all come together. It's I can't thank you enough, man.
You were, oh, thank
You
you.
know,
Mate, it's you that does the work. I'm just providing the facilitating really an environment for you to find it. I'm just providing a pathway for you to just basically just go down and discover your own swing.
Yeah.
I'm not telling you how to move. The most instructional it gets is just banging the board.
The feet.
And
because you've never once said
no.
of previous lessons they've had instructors, you know, your hands need to be, you know, and it's so you're thinking about that, but
and lose that.
Yeah, but to me that is more valuable.
That's the game.
That because it's all that is new to me now.
Yeah.
That's like I can see that now.
Your swing mechanics are derived from this, not from what you're thinking the body should do.
Yeah, just look out there, and then just set up to how I want.
Brilliant. Shot. It's not.
You said golf was hard.
That's a big statement. But
You just have to come to Doncaster. The secret's in Doncaster. No, it's
just this mat. It's just this mat. That's all.
Yeah.
It is.
don't tell
This is
anyone.
hallowed turf. This mat. The price of true strike mats is going up in a minute. Oh, the sound.
yeah.
And you've gone from fade to draw there, didn't you? 168 carry. So your carries the big carries with your 7 iron. But like you said, it's not the distance that you're after. That's just a Brucey bonus. It's more the control, and it's the vision.
Yeah. The vision for me is number one. If you could put that in a jar and sell it, I'd make a fortune. Because I'm convinced. No.
We're not trained to think like that. That's the thing from the get-go. The first lessons we have is target line, parallel lines.
Yeah.
There's your target. Set some square. Hit it. Let's try and keep it contained. Keep your dispersion down.
But it's not as though I'm repeating myself now. You've put something in front of me. All what I'm seeing is what I've seen before, but you just don't. You've been restricted for some reason. Thinking target line.
And you had all the ingredients.
Yeah.
You were just missing that bit of reggae sauce, and that's all it was.
Yeah.
That just suddenly
But all your videos that you've done,
tuned it up.
you see them like when they come in, and then obviously you go through the lesson with them, and then at the end of it, it's just complete transformation. It's a credit to yourselves. It's absolutely brilliant. Yeah, and like I said, the easiest thing I can go out of here, not having to remember. Right, I need to, you know, all these positions in your backswing and downswing and your foot and
Exactly.
there's nothing.
And you don't have to try and forget them. You just don't. They just
You don't
enter
need
your
them
mind anymore.
You don't need them.
They're there. You're even still. They're actually useful in a way because your body's still using that awareness you've developed in the past. It's just just using it in a different way now.
It's completely like decluttered me.
Awesome.
Because when I get on that mat now, I'm just looking at an open space where I want that ball to go. Nothing else. And what follows is
Brilliant.
Is what you want.
And you could go back now to the beginning of the lesson where I said just hit it out into that expanse over there, and you're using your imagination to see a shape and how you're feeling the pattern. So it doesn't matter. You could be anywhere in the world, on any golf hole or anywhere, on a beach, on a cliff top, in a field, down the park, anywhere, and you can see shots and feel the movement that makes the shot. So that creates more resilience. So on a golf course, you recognise what you're doing, and that's more confidence because you see a shot and you feel confident in doing it now. Brilliant. Thanks, Graham. Thanks, mate.
Are we on others?
We are, yeah.
You can do that.
Thanks a lot. Chief.
Yeah, mate. No, that was enjoyable to watch.
Thanks, mate.
I now know why I wasn't doing it before.
Yeah.
Obviously.
And that's why it takes this time, Graham, because you can't fast track it straight to this. This magic bit at the end. It's like that's what we all want, and that's what typically golf lessons offer.
Yeah.
Advertise this, fix it now, quick. But it's a process, and it takes hours to get through.
Yeah.
But the time flies.
Yeah.